ladies. How y'all doing? Huh? Well, hello there, good people. Hi, Jason here, Green Country Agriculture. Now, have you guys heard about opening up apples without a knife? Yeah, this is where we're going to give this a try. It's the one where you find the spot on the apple where you have like two low spots going side by side, and you grab the apple, and you get it in your hands, and you push, and you just oh, you lose half the apple. It's supposed to come away clean like that, and then you can take the apple, and from that point you can split it off into other portions like that. And of course, you don't want to eat the seed part of the apple, so you just bite that out, and then you have an apple that you can eat like so. Well, tell you what, there's about one day in an apple's life that's perfect to eat, and that's just the day before it starts to rot. It's whenever all the sugars are converted, all the starches are converted into sugars, and the flesh is kind of crumbly in texture. But still juicy and a little bit sweet. What am I saying? We're going to cut around that. All right. And then you can just take your quarter of an apple, bite out the parts that you don't want to eat. That leaves you with all this nice, sweet, crumbly flesh. Well, that's pretty good. And of course, now you got the bits of the apple you don't want to eat. Well, this is great to feed to your worms. You know, I've got a couple of worm bins that I've had stuffed in the garage all winter long. I haven't paid them a bit of attention. I haven't been feeding them, haven't been tending them, nothing. I think we need to check in on them and see how our worm population is doing. We can give them a little snack to eat. So right over there, I've got two totes. These are just the standard two-tote type of worm bin. Let me show you how they're constructed. If you look down here, you see that we've got our lid that we've drilled holes in with about an 1/8-inch drill bit so we can have airflow. We have holes similar to this drilled in the bottom of this tote. Lift the tote up and out. You can see the bottom. And here in the bottom, we have this set up on bricks. So if there's any drainage, it can drain out here through the drain holes in the bottom. That way our worms don't get too moist. Put that lid back down there. All right. Let's open her up and see what the insides look like. Right off the bat, I don't see any worms on the lid. Sometimes if we have overly moist conditions, they'll congregate on the lid. If we have any worms in here at all. I'm looking, and I don't see any. Oh my goodness, I've got a crack in this bin. You see that? There's a huge crack in this bin. I wonder if they've escaped. Now, down here we've got the stems of some plants that we cut off, and I think this is like chicory or dock or something late last year. This is some late season greens that we gathered together and just threw in here to give the worms something to feed on. And you can just feed the worms your weeds if you like in a worm bin, and they will consume your weeds. Turn your weeds into worm castings, which is of course this very, very nice, fine, crumbly stuff here. Of course, our bedding started out as wood chips. And this is arborist wood chips. We picked them up from the Greenway site. They're a little bit on the aged side. They've been out in the weather for a bit. And a lot of it is this shredded wood. But a lot of it, if I pick this up, you'll see it blowing in the breeze, is dust, fine material, bits of leaves and bark. This stuff actually breaks down really well and makes good moisture absorbent bedding for your worms. We just sift that out. We put the coarse bits down as mulch. We use the fines for bedding in our worm bins. Look, here we have our seedling starts. And this is Loofah ivy gourd. That's like a sweet fruit type gourd. So we have two different types of gourds. And of course, our sweet 100s or super sweet 100 tomatoes. And these are saved from last year's tomatoes. So our true leaves starting to come out on these tomatoes here and on our gourds. And that means that the little plants are no longer surviving solely on the nutrients provided by the roots. So in order for them to continue to be healthy, we're going to want to give them this little bit of top dress fertilizer. And the next time we water them, the nitrogen in that manure, being water soluble, will be carried down to the roots. Hi, Mary.
Hi.
How you doing?
Okay.
There's the worm bins. They're still good.
Hey, want to see something?
What do we got?
It's yellow.
Is it yellow?
Huh?
Okay, let's get this on. Let's get this on camera. Okay, guys, we're getting ready to.
I'm gonna hand it to you.
We're getting ready to make a change in the way we do videos here.
Let's see.
Hopefully, if everything works out properly. Why don't you just go ahead and pass what that is over here? All right.
It's facing you, not the camera.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Because I just was getting really tired of equipment problems, not being able to record audio and video that was in sync, and, camera whenever it gets jostled, not working properly, shock resistant. I'm really hard on equipment, so I had to get a camera that's capable of handling being worked in the garden when sometimes we get rained on, or it's muddy, or the camera gets dropped or knocked around by wind, or me, and stuff like that. So we got this. All right, so this is a Kodak PixPro WP-Z2. It shoots in 1080. That's actually the resolution I shoot in anyway, although that's a presumably 4K DSLR camera over there. I've discovered that the 4K video files are just way too big. Oh my gosh, this guy is so tiny. All right, Dirty Fingers video camera. All right, here we go. This is our PixPro. Some people say tiny, other people say compact. Get this thing off of here. I would use a knife to cut it, but Mary borrowed my pocket knife. Maybe I can just,
it's in there.
I'll just do that. I'll just tug it, pull it off. There we go. All right, so there's the camera. Let's see. I think I've got a new tripod coming too.
Oh, it's on your desk.
Really? I got a new tripod too?
Yeah.
All right, guys. I got a new tripod. I got a new camera. There's the battery. Okay. There's a
strap.
There's a strap. I could have got this cheaper for like $20 cheaper, but it would come without the strap. It would also come used and returned, and I wouldn't know why they returned it. So it's spend the extra $20 to get it now. This looks like charging apparatus. Awesomeness. That's it. Okay. I think we can work with this. I've already got it dirty. Well, alrighty. We've got this watermelon here, and I saw it at the grocery store, and I was really excited because I'm a watermelon hound. I love watermelon. We got it home and cut it open, and it's kind of rubbery. It's not very good. They picked it a little bit too early. I mean, it is sweet, but the texture leaves something to be desired. Oh well. Okay, you know what? The worms can have it. It's fine. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. Go ahead and open up the lid. Rake back just a little bit here. Hello, wormies. There we go. Hey, guess what we got for you? That's right. It's a nice, fresh watermelon. You guys just go to town. Now, how about the other one? I only gave them a little bit of apple peel. That's not really nice. They'll probably appreciate a little bit more food. Boy. Well, I've got another apple here, and like I said, there's really only about one day a year that the apple is really good to eat. The rest of the time, it's either unripe or past ripe. And this one's just a little bit past ripe. But there you go. See how you can divide an apple up into 2 equal halves, and then you can divide it up into quarters like this. Who says you need a knife to eat an apple? And you do it the same way. Just right. It's about the part you're not going to eat. There we go. There's the nice sweet flesh. Turns out today is the best day to eat this one. And the worms can have the rest. I don't need the seeds. I don't need the stem. Don't need the peel. That's right, you guys are watching me eat an apple. Okay, don't need the seeds. Don't need the stem. Don't need the peel. It's possible we could have a little red delicious apple sprout up from our worm compost. There we go. And we're just going to do this the same way. Move our worm castings back out of the way. Get those apple bits down there where the worms can find them. And after a day or two, they'll start to munching. In the meantime, we know that our seedling starts are going to do really, really well with these worm castings packed in around them for their very first little bit of feeding. There we are. Let's set this on mist, and hey, guess what? This is supposed to be a waterproof camera, so. Alright, now as I said before, as we get this first bit of water coming in, because the nitrogen is water soluble, the nitrogen in the worm manure will be working its way down into the root zones of our little seedlings, and they are just going to love that bit of extra fertility. That burst is going to give them lots of health and vibrancy, and they will take off and grow like gangbusters, I'll tell you what. There we go. Meanwhile, we've got our redbud trees over here. A couple of pecans too, getting ready to break dormancy. It's not really time yet to start giving them their fertilizer, but we'll be putting some worm castings out on these guys whenever they begin to leaf out as well. But for now, we'll keep these redbuds, pecans, Rose of Sharon's, hopefully Goomy Berry. I've got some Goomy seed there that'll get sprouted. And Jujube right there, Ziziphus Jujube. We'll get those trees started. If you're interested in purchasing trees, check us out at greencountryagroforestry.com. That's www.greencountryagroforestry.com. We have quite a few lovely redbud trees like this one right down here at the end here. 3-foot redbud tree ready to ship. We got, I think, 3 of those still in stock. We have a few maple trees and black locust as well. Pecan trees like this one here have to be grafted, so that one will be ready next year. But in any case, check us out. I hope you found today's video informative or entertaining, and if you did, well, you know what to do. I'll catch you next time. Until then, get out there and get growing.